Did you know the best guitar solo on the White Album isn't even played by a Beatle? So I took a few weeks off from the Beatles in this British Invasion marathon, and I gotta say, guys, I really miss them. I was thrilled to be welcomed into 1968 with this gargantuan double album. So this is just part one of the Beatles' White Album. We'll be ending at Julia and picking up after that next time. So this is definitely the Beatles' like capital G guitar album. The psychedelic experiments from Sgt. Pepper's and Revolver are just dialed back a lot here, and in their place is the most diverse guitar work so far. Almost immediately, I noticed the beautiful Travis picking on the song called Dear Prudence. The band spent a lot of time in India while making this album, and this is where another musician named Donovan taught John this style. Then Happiness is a Warm Gun pits this harsh fuzz against a clean little repeating lick, and suddenly you have something that sounds way ahead of 1968. I feel like this is the first song I've heard in this series that really gives me that classic rock sound that I have in my head.
Mother Superior jumped the gun.
The best guitar moment, though, comes from the song When My Guitar Gently Weeps. Good God, what a track this is. I gotta be honest, every time George gets a song, he kind of overshadows everybody. So I've been a little obsessed with this song, so naturally I looked into it, and I was pretty surprised to find out that the guitar solo was Eric Clapton. So maybe me loving this track so much is like a little bit heresy, I don't know. Is it common opinion that George was pretty underutilized, though? Because so far, I feel like he definitely was. Paul seems a lot more over the place this time compared to past work, but I feel like it's a good thing. It really allows him to shine. Back in the USSR is him doing like this edgy Cold War bit, while Obla D rides what I presume is supposed to be a ska beat. Blackbird is like as close to perfect songwriting as you can get, and Rocky Raccoon has him doing this like western cowboy voice to tell this story of a failed duel. Storytime with Paul is one of my favorite things the Beatles do, so I'm always down for this. Like, yes, Paul, put me on your lap and read to me. Every time, please. I feel like the one that kind of surprised me here, though, is John. He's sort of a mystery to me here. The last two albums, he's been falling deeper and deeper down a DMT bong rip, and here he suddenly plays it straight. No psychedelic circuses, no Lucy's in the Sky. Glass Onion felt like this payoff from listening to these past Beatles records, but the title in and of itself makes me feel like I'm not supposed to be looking into it at all, so I don't know. It was really interesting. I feel like no other bands at this time were that self-referential, right? Now, this half of the album ends with the track Julia, which is John's ode to his mother that he lost when he was 17. And in my opinion, I think it's the most beautiful thing he's made up to this point.
I can only speak my mind, Julia.
So what changed for John between Sgt. Pepper's to now? I mean, I know you guys know all the lore, so let me know in the comments. Oh, and there was a Ringo song on here. I gotta be honest, I didn't really like it. Beatles fans, be nice. I've been so nice to everyone else. This one just wasn't, it wasn't it for me. I feel like the real takeaway from this album so far is though is that you can feel each one of the members kind of maturing independently. Like, I remember saying with Sgt. Pepper's, one of the aspects I loved the most was sort of the blending of John and Paul's different styles, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of blending happening here. It's almost they're rising separately. But this has had some of my favorite Beatles songs so far, so I'm really excited to get to the second half. Hope that holds up. I'll see you next time for part 2.